Will be one of them, I believe. They're going to shorten their bench and their
inexperience on the floor, but not with length. He knows it. There's a block by Henry.
Dead McGowan's attacks and a big block.
How am I playing? How are we playing?
Henry leans in. It's going to have to be Walker, the Florida State transfer. He's going to work. Walker, the lean in. That's great defense by Henry.
This matchup right here is going to be really interesting. Rashad Williams, you'll see that all day. He has never get his steps in today if he's got his Fitbit on.
Henry will take the triple try, and he'll knock it down. That's a great side of zone. And then some against Detroit, Notre Dame, and a little bit against Duke. So facing his zone, but a 1-3-1 is a different look. And on the push for Henry, gets the finger roll finish. And the end. Henry, as I mentioned, a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor to start, make it 4 for 4.
Well, especially because they came with a ball screen, and he refused it. But anytime there's two defenders near Williams, I think you keep two.
Williams, that time it was Jalen Moore. But it was in Williams' range, and the answer.
The Big Ten's plan to play on Christmas Day. You know, obviously it's unfortunate you can't go home for the holidays. Gets one up and blocked by Michigan State. Aaron Henry with another pretty. That's Kobe Webster knocking down his second 3 of the game. But again, Michigan State pushes, gets an early one. And Aaron, you feel like can really elevate this team is on the defensive end. And he knocks down a 3 with great ball movement.
Many of those on the front end.
Hard to do that and beat good teams. As you see Aaron Henry with the step back. Boy, is he playing. Aaron Henry attacks and finishes.
His ability to get to the rim has been augmented tonight because he knocked down a couple of shots from the perimeter.
Boy, Aaron Henry saved from 3, and Michigan State will look to attack. Aaron Henry, another 3. If you're Michigan State, there's got to be help defenders in there when Allen starts attacking. And speaking of help,
doesn't hang his head, cuts hard, and is rewarded.
On Michigan State pushing. And now it's Michigan State's turn to have an answer as Aaron Henry probes into the lane. Shot over Kobe Webster. Double comes. Dead McGowan's attacks and a big block.
Well, Jacob Young is a really good player and has turned his left-handed shot in. Well, back and forth they go. 2 quick, fast breaks. Rutgers doesn't convert, though, so here comes Michigan State. Langford found Henry wide open for 3. West Lafayette in the Dome in Indianapolis. A comfortable setting, I think, for Big Ten teams. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think most teams in Michigan State will be one of them, I believe. They're going to shorten their bench and their rotation as they're fouling instead of giving them a 3. And Michigan State has really stuck to the game plan to take away the 3-10 in scoring. Montez Mathis coming into this game. Henry blows right by for the finish. Just makes winning plays out there. Henry from the baseline. That one goes. Henry for 3. Yes! His clock. Aaron Henry right to that elbow area with the soft touch.
He said they were really worried about was getting back in defense. Excellent work by Hauser to get a second shoot. Throw at Garza, but you always want to balance playing him straight up.
With work again, this too short. Got his own rebound, blocked by Murray, and Henry's rankings at number 24 this week. It's Henry with the fake, and he flipped. Malik Hall in amongst the trees. Henry will try again. This time he'll hit. Hauser rotates it around to Henry. His 3 over. Garza drops.
That kind of stuff is what gets you beat when you're trying to beat a top 10 team on the road.
Henry with a size mismatch. The challenge gets the block, and now Henry on the push. Henry in the open floor, driving all the way to the rim, and it's a 3-point game.
Penn State's defense really predicated on forcing turnover. Class was Cassius Winston, Nick Ward, Miles Bridges. Those sound like me.
And America rejoices.
I can hear the
reason. I mean, you know, they got 5 losses in the league, lost twice to Indiana.
Henry.
There's just something. Hogard, go ahead and grab it and get it back. Last possession.
That was a good pass before. Hauser kind of got bumped off his spot. Found Henry. Gets into the lane. That one goes down. Game on both sides. Rocket Watts got cut off. Can they get a shot off? Henry does. In and out and back down in. What a big Michigan State. to make it 2 years in a row. Henry was wide open. I don't know if he realized this.
For Indiana.
Julius Marble game. Henry in the corner sinks.
He's had 2 good looks. They've missed 7 straight, Indiana. Here we go.
Wow, that was.
If you want to give Kithier a break, fine, but he was great in that 4 or 5 minutes. So good, too. Ball stops, you got a problem against Indiana. It does. Ball stops. Look at all this traffic. And he went and made it.
Indiana recovers well. This is Henry against Galloway. Henry's. Henry into Finney right there with him, and he spun it in. And
you know what I mean? I mean, that's, you can't worry about anything else. Just how am I playing? How are we playing?
Henry leans in.
A little bit up here in the Kevin Kugler suite.
I must be in the front row.
But you're right, he had a player ahead. They pay it off.
March memorable has to start tonight for Michigan State as Henry's floater drops and so on it.
Sharing the basketball, going and getting those offensive rebounds.
Henry on the attack around the screen at the top, gets 2 at the rim. Aaron Henry. Back down the Sumu and the floater.
And then you come back and your players are making mistakes. Where do you get into them a little bit, and then where do you...
Henry with the shot clock at 5. The turnaround falls. He's to go. The Illini back within 10 now. Henry probing floater. Good. 2 minutes to go in a 10-point game. Woo! Henry! Oh, Henry!
It was the rebounding. It was the transition off the basketball. And right now, Michigan State, again, being super physical and getting out and running.
Marble goes underneath it, and it's taken away. Here is Henry. 1-on-2, a long step to the rim.
It was freed Aaron Henry. That was a wide open shot and a really good screen. There was no depth,
Henry,
like you said.
It's a 9-point lead.
It was only 6. Let's be real. It was 9.
I'm doing the play-by-play here. Please get out of the way. That floater
Hang around with Ohio State.
Henry wanted the post feed. That was denied by Liddell wonderfully. Oh, Henry right down the boulevard for handles. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Going to have to be Walker, the Florida State transfer. He's going to work. Walker, the lean in. That's great defense by Henry. There it is. Liddell banging and clanging and missed it.
Well
Henry on the move off the catch. Splashes.
Henry off the window, and there is 1 of 10 from outside the arc. Henry steps into an 18-footer and knocks it down. Archie Miller opting to leave him on the floor right now. Henry taking it to the rack. Aaron Henry trying to back down Finney, and he does so. Mark Bingham's coming on that block out. And so Henry ends up with it, but credit that. Late shot clock. Jump stop. And a good bucket by him. 1-point game. Henry makes it a 4-point game. Help. Back to Henry. It's Aaron Henry time. Driving by Thompson. Stops. Puts it up. 10 straight points.
3.5 assists and 1.3 blocks per game. Henry, there it is. Rocket watch with the shot clock winding down. Driving in. Get Henry on the move here. Henry looking for an opening. Ready. Speaks it. January 16th at Minnesota and the other night against Illinois. And of course, Brooks got to go. Henry against Wagner. Shot clock at 3. At 2. Step back, Jay. Henry against Wagner.
Keep your hand now.
Bumping body, steps through, plays it.
You as a UCLA defender to pick up some fouls. I've heard of multitaskers, and kids today, they can do that. I'm trying to tell us anyone. There's Henry. Oh, man, he is gives it up. Late clock. Shot clock's at 4. Henry. Oh, cash money. Setting up Henry. And a hot pass. Nice catch in there with the rebound. Here come the Spartans. Henry, patient. And He gets a friendly from three to be open in the corner. 3-point game. Good in the corner. There's Henry now. It's a mismatch they like. He spins right off Campbell and scores it easy. Out of NCAA tournament inexperience on the floor, but not with length. He knows it. There's a block by